Oh, I'd muted myself the whole time. Fucking AIDS. Boys, basically, what I was saying was I've got an hour and a half of free time, so we'll play some Majigs. Also, this deck is extremely strong, and I just smashed the matter out of it, so clearly it's Good Friday night Majigs. Right, boys? I don't know how I keep muting myself pre-game, but, you know, that happens. So, to reiterate, my warm-up game has put me in a good mood. I played a mono white slag. He dumped his hand. He clearly was holding up Settle the Wreckage. He couldn't get me because I was too smart. And then he stalled the game out. So, boys, I'm in a fantastic mood. I've already been exposed to a classic Magic the Gathering boy. And I'm 6'2" tall. So how could anything go wrong? Easy quacks. Easy quacks, boys. So I don't have blow up all the peeps. This is the thing that makes... Yeah. I don't have blow up all the peeps. But, boys, I do have a massive willy. So everything's going to work out GG's XD's. Isn't that right, boys? Of course it is. So what do I ditch? Liliana, I suppose. Because all I need is one blow ups. And things should be easy G's. But Cavalier now is asking for being a memer. I think, alright. So we'll just keep playing around until the number 4. So lesser than 5, but greater than 3 equals 4, so I can get Wrath of God. Okay, boys? Okay, sweet. Magic the Gathering play advice coming in hot. So hot, I should, boys, chop off my knob and have an unlimited supply of cash directly from the boys at Wizzy's HQ for the memes. So, it could be dangerous now, boys. He's going to have double memes, but we are going to kill this tycoon as well. For the memes, obviously. Okay, I'll take that deal, you fucking maniac. You fucking maniac. GG's XD's, boys. That's how you crackety matter. You play someone who doesn't actually know what they're doing, but is more than willing to spend 25 British pounds on some wobbly lands. Boys, that is the true, unequivocal essence of Voxy magic. Voxy GG's, boys. Anybody can crackety meter on magic as long as you do one of 3 things. Number 1, make yourself so fake that you literally have to take medication to avoid suicide. Number 2, fake every game you ever play so it looks like you are literally 8-hand-0 because 5-hand-1 just doesn't cut the shit anymore. And number 3, if all else fails, chop that noob, boys. Alright, you only need 1 land, but it's too risky. That's not a good hand either, but we can't be schmeeblers forever, can we, boys? I get to go first. It's incredibly slow. And oh, this isn't what I think it is. Yeah, it's not what I think it is at all, boys. It's rubbish. I thought it was the one that reanimates something. In which case, I would have had to have read it. And you know I don't want to read shit. Boys, it's Friday night. I'm gonna whiz myself silly. And then go out on the town. But before that, boys, we are gonna have to crackety matters. We are gonna have to do that, boys, and no one can stop me. Except Jesus. And as I've said before, that man's not interested in stopping me. He's only interested in me saying GG's XD's all day. Because how could I not? Also, if you want a crackety matter, boys, you might consider just turning up literally every day. The CGB way. Make sure you make 700 videos in 700 days, and then maybe... You know what? It's true. It's true that's how Siege got his break in the world, but he was still at least decent at both magic and being watchable for a time. I know a lot of peeps have told me he's AIDS now, but I don't know. It was okay for a time. Legs, he was never okay. Not even for a time, boys. He was always age. He was always age, boys. And I don't know about you, but I fucking love AIDS. Alright, that's... I don't want to spunk it too hard, but I think that might be a GG. Oh dear. Boys. How come everybody has some level of spunk bollocks in their veins? How come, boys? It's because somebody run the algorithm number wangs, and if you have different colored shits, you have AIDS or something.
With power.
Okay, boys, whatever you say. Whatever you say, Lanch. AIDS or something.
Fight back.
So if I blow everyone up, I get to blow up a land. Okay, is everyone getting blown up? What is this? 7. What do you think, boys? We're blowing everyone up? We're done, I think, for the memes, Lance. Lance. Which for the memes. So I could have played Croxer and got Grizzlebrand. That would have been fine too. But I think blowing up all of the boys gives me what's known in the business as the horn. Maybe I should have waited one more turn, because then I could have blown up another land.
A small gift.
But that's probably not as good. Right, I feel like I'm 60 trillion miles ahead now. 60 trillion quadzillion miles. Boys, what's going on in Russia? Oops, don't want to exile that. What's going on in the Russias, boys? Oh no, something has to get exiled. I guess this. What's going on? Is there some kind of coup, boys? Or is it all memes? Is George Putin on his way out? Or is it just, or does nobody know? Or is Putin really gonna flex his balls when he starts blowing up his own paramilitary security firm? Or, boys, did he sink that submarine and he knew he'd gone too far? Lads, I mean, it could be an interesting weekend. But also, there's some Magic Fest going on, so never mind about any of that. Send all of your money to Professor Peters, and he'll make some more fake scripted Commander games for literal dipshits. And I don't know about you, boys, but that sounds like a far better use of anyone's money than anything else in the world. A 55-year-old weirdo, suicidal magic charlatan wants more of your hundreds of thousands of beans. Whenever one or more other creatures you control die, each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2. Alright. I should have read that first before I didn't activate this, but it's all under control, boys. We're on Magics. It's gonna be easy GG's. It's going to be easy GG's. Yeah, but so don't worry about nuclear war or Russian turmoil or even the year-long war in the Ukraine that's happening now. Look in your pockets and say to yourself, boys, how can Peepers get more of my money before I die of AIDS? And I haven't got a good answer for you, except to say, GG XD. Okay, boys? Okay, sweet. So, what do I want to do?
Stamina withers.
What do I want to do? I got a lot of HPs. A lot of HPs, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mayonnaise. Nah, we'll bang this whore out. I think that was a mistake. As much as mistakes could ever be made by someone as good as a magician as me, it was a mistake because it was aimless. And you know Seth Manfield wouldn't make that kind of error. But then at the same time, you have to always remember that Seth Manfield's win rate is about 63 to 68%. I haven't seen any YouTuber get anywhere near that level of shitness in about 4 years. Even Merchant would go 2-1 before he went out for a pint and a kebab and a hog roast. Even Merchant would smash it at Meta Boys. But, lads, everybody else thinks it's classic logic or something.
I will.
Alright, what are we doing here? Cruelty of shits. I mean, everything's pretty good. I just have to be careful not to accidentally shit on my balls, which would be a mistake. Right, lads?
Fine. I can shake it off.
I will cull the weak.
Oh, maybe I should have drawn. Maybe, but at the same time, boys. 8. So let's have a good think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. That thing can't block my boys, so that's going to get flattened. Fling that, I don't need this anymore. Despunk is a clean Majix.
Oh, you'll fall into my web again.
I don't know if there's a need for that either, but whatever, we'll give him a good smash. We can't exile Gisela, that would be crazy boyish, so I'm just gonna say nothing. We need Gisela because, as I'm sure you understand, boys, we need to crack at them memes. We need full Brisella melded memeage so I can slap this up on the tubes and say that I've got AIDS. So, looking at this, it looks like this guy is properly fresh, like day one in school. No rare lands, a really shit archetype. So So on the one hand, just between us, we can say this was a fairly pointless smash bang of 8. But also, Lance, let's not forget that we just won a game on the tubes, and by the laws of legs, this goes up fucking number 1 in the video. Number 1. So everybody can see I was the greatest. I got to do everything I wanted because this guy didn't have the cards to even slow me down. And that's good magic, being able to do whatever you want. Right, boys? It's the way of the Quack Watson. And if it blew up in my face, like shit blows up into Quack Watson's face, when he has to actually provide any evidence, I'd just fucking delete it and pretend it never happened and blame someone else. Or start talking about racism, but never mention the company that gives me a living. Because they're racist. But you can't say that, boys. Because what if you lose your £2.50 preview card? You'd be destitute. But at least you can buy some green-rimmed glasses like a fucking dweeb. Also, I don't know, he's got these twatty lands. But I'll let the guy off. I'll let him off for tonight, boys. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. He might have got those sleeves for free, as a lot of you like reminding me. But also, boys, I have to remind you that I just crackety matter. So whatever I say goes. Absolutely incredible scenes. Hey, boys, what's going on here? Man, looks like he could be a racist, but I mean, I guess that's memes, right? In this day and age. Ward, discard an enchantment, instant, or sorcery. I still never fully understand what that means. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, everybody says GG XD. Okay, boys. We are going to get rid of this. For sure. Even if I have to two-spell it to do it. That is not going to... Virgin alert, boys. He was impressing me at first by being a memer. I shouldn't have used that. I should have used this. He was impressing me at first, but... Oh, look at this level of Virgin. Mixed. Okay, it's not mixed. It's just shit. But, fuck your mom. Okay, boys. Okay, sweet. I shouldn't have done that either, because I just realized, boys, I am a reanimate deck, and that guy was milling me. Whoops. But don't tell anybody. Boys, I'm on the tubes. I couldn't ever make a mistake. Just, you know that article that the Quack linked, where someone was talking about making mistakes as being a good barometer for where you are in Magic? That made me laugh, boys. That made me laugh when the Quack would fucking bend his mum over to show that he didn't ever have to fucking lose a game. Discard an enchantment, instant, or saucy boy. I cannot do that as it stands. Alright, well, that's shababadoodles, boys. Day of Aids. Or Croson shits. Alright, we'll take this. And we'll ditch the big lad. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's actually not a bad... I'm not too far away from it. But I can't use it, which is good age. Discard a sorcery. I don't know what it is about the word ward that just really baffles me. I know I got it right there. But I fuck it up all the time, boys. All the time. Alright, Crucius, absolute land. But not today. Alright, boys, what you got? What else does this guy do? Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, each opponent mills 2 cards. Alright, I'll take that. Whenever one or more cards, slap it up on the tubes, boys! Slap that shit up on the tubes. I'm the greatest, boys. The greatest Magic the Gathering boy who ever even attempted to make fun of a virgin who evidently cannot get enough of throwing cash in Wizard's anus. Just to get absolutely dequacked by my insatiable hunger for being the best in the world at Magics. Boys, we absolutely shattered that man's soul. And I can guarantee you that's what happened. GG's and a sprinkling of XDs. So, ladies and shits, clearly, I mean, we're having the most fun anybody could ever dream of when it comes to Magics. But what am I neglecting that you think might be fun? Boys. Alright, I like the hand. It literally doesn't do anything, but I get to kill this thing 3 straight times. And that's gotta be good memes. That's gotta be good memes, boys. If ever there was good memes. What am I neglecting? Should I play more drafts? Should I play more free plays? Boys, shall I play more crazy fun decks that we used to enjoy before everybody started filling free play with turn 2 combos and premium Pro Tour net deckerage? Or shall I still just carry on cracking Demeter, playing Brawl like the world's greatest Magic the Gathering lad every day? If only we had red, we'd be absolutely shattering Demeter, boys. If only we had red. So, what do you think he's got? Growth Spiral? Dryad of Mange. Well, that guy can take a seat for sure. Okay, boys. 4 mana, 4 Mange. So, yeah, it would have been nice to have been able to play this at any stage. But I saw the risk of keeping a hand that wasn't instantly perfect. And I took it because I'm the best to ever play Magic. But it does look clumsy. 0 cards in the grave. I did it just so I could kill his commander 5 times. But what if he plays a Croxaboish? Lotus bitch. I mean, I might as well get rid of that too. You know, for the memes, boys. I mean, that's good, but we gotta move beyond being memers. Right, boys? We gotta move beyond being memers into full cuisiners. Okay, he's being patient, Lance. He's trying to ramp right up his mum's ass. We'll see what we can do. Definitely play bank hand job. Not Lithoform engine, boys! What do you call it? Will be absolutely beside himself. He's not seeing this. But he is going to get 2 swings. Maybe. What's that cost? 4. Copy target activated or triggered ability. So he gets double cascades, boys. Incredible scenes. Double cascades. I could, boys, get absolutely quacked. Reality chip, I'll have, that's fine. Into the north, that's fine as well. Okay, boys, we managed to dodge a bullet. But he can do it again next turn. Okay, boys. Only 2. That's going to go in the grave. Alright. I think keeping Fartless Act might actually be the play. I think it is. I think it is the play. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I wouldn't have had enough mana. Okay, boys. We're in a game of Magics here. I know that's unusual. But let's have a good look. So, tapped out. What does this do? As long as it's attached to something, you may play lands and spells from the top of your library. Okay, boys. Roll the dice. Am I going to get quacked? Does that look like... Uh-oh. Oh, you can't. It's permanent, is it? That's not what Cascade is it? Boyish? I don't know. I don't know what we're looking at. Llanowar Elf? Boyish. That doesn't crackety matter. Boys! Llanowar Elf is not gonna crack any matters. I think we'll play Cavalier regardless. But this, he must have something by now. Wouldn't you agree, boys? He must be getting close to cracking Dementors. You may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. That could be troubling, boys. The fact he's got J. Cole's #1 classic Magics and did it twice and got fuck all does encourage me that we might be able to slap it up on the tubes. But I do feel like we just got too lucky. I can't imagine that happening again. Okay, boys, what are we doing now? Bruna and Gisela in the grave. Yeah, we'll stick with the plan. Okay, pants down, boys. Pants down, dicks out. We'll see what he can do. Pants down, dicks out. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 British mayonnaise. Are we gonna get ulamabobbed? Are we gonna get Emrapa slapped? Double Emrakul triggers, maybe. Not that, well, I suppose we would get a bit of a blapping. So, I saw River's Rebuke. Let's read it. What is Cascade? Cascade. When you cast a spell, exile cards from the top of your library into exile a non-land card that costs less. Okay, it costs more. That's why he couldn't use it. That would be pretty good, right? Cascade, play a spell that costs more. I see now why. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost if you are an absolute land. Okay, boys. This guy's got big plans. Big, beefy boy plans. What are my plans? He can cast any spell as though it had flash. Well, we're going to go for the full memes. We're going full memes, Lance. Full memes. 1, 2, 3. I mean, well, if we're going to lose one, we're going to lose one. Not much we can do about that, Lance. So we'll give him haste. Even though he could very well have River's Rebuke at instant speed because of this. But we'll see. Won't we, boys? Hullbreaker? I mean, that ain't it. I don't think. I'm going to gain a lot. And I'm going to have a massive penis too, boys. But he could put literally every spell in my hand next turn. Well, you know, there's stuff that can happen, boys. That's what a good game of Magic's all is. Oh, lads! Was he dead? Did I not see that I had accidentally crackety matter? 15. So that's 15 he can't block. Just block here and you wouldn't be dead. Right, I'm not imagining that. He just didn't want to. He just didn't want to, boys. He wasn't dead as far as I could see. Block there. That's 15, so it'd be on 1. And then just play all of your spells, bounce all of my spells. Well, I don't know everything there is to know about Magic the Gathering, boys. Maybe his hands were all lands. But one thing we can say, without a shadow of a doubt, is that once again I crackety matters. Once again you have all been entertained to a level you didn't know possible. Not cinematic, I don't know, epiphany almost. The best film you've ever seen was no match for what you just witnessed. I am truly the Lord of AIDS. And magic is the font of all AIDS. Easily means. Cavalier pings face when it dies. Yeah, but only based on how many lands you have in your grave. Which mine was 0, wasn't it? Wasn't it, boys? Or have I got 8? I thought Cavalier for sure was it deals damage equal to the number of lands in your grave, which mine was 0. We don't ever play against that 8. I don't give a fuck what's going on. You gotta have some standards in Magic's, boys. That card shouldn't have been put into this game. it's the 8s. And I know you could say, in a 1 of 100, what's the harm? Well, then what's the harm of anything? There's 1 of 100 of any card, you spaz. Classic Majiks.
If a divine being came down and commanded you to give $100,000 to either Season 3 of Peepers or DSP, what do you choose? Think fast.
What would I do, boys? I mean, if you give it to Peepers, I don't know, that is a hard one. Thanks a lot for the 5 beautiful British beans, Des, and the proper thought-provoking conundrum. Alright, is this guy just going to be making me exile my hand? I mean, if it's discard, then it's fine. Yep, exile Virgin. Easy shits. Let us think, boys. 100 grand to Professor Peepers, what would he do with that? He doesn't need it at all. So he would just use it to facilitate the importation of OnlyFans tarts, which is what he already does. And, like, to the applause of all of Magic Virginity world, for some reason. But what, boys, would DSP do with 100 bags? Because that would also be lost. But is that the actual question? Is the question actually, who do I hate the most? Who do I hate the most, boys? It is a tough one. I'll ditch this. Maybe I shouldn't have ditched that, because it could have blown up the thing. Alright. Oh, you didn't want to play that, son. You didn't want to play that against me. But, still, GG's XDs. I would have imagined that was a bad play, boys, but at the same time, we can shortly say GG's XDs. I'm only doing this just to see what's in his hand. I doubt it'll actually get anything. Alright, Kiora is problematic, but I should get to level 2 and then get D-Spark. Okay, boys? Okay, sweet. If he puts it back in my hand, we could just ditch something else. If he blows it up, that's a problem. Easy Quacks. Okay, boys. He didn't do either. He was an absolute classic Majiksa. So I think I have to get D-Spark. Just because that thing is unwankable. Otherwise, I suppose this is the same thing. Yeah, they're literally the same thing. Whatevers. I'm sure, boys, it'll be memes. I don't want to give up any permanents. So if I play Croxer, let's have a think. He's got blow up all the peeps, so everybody will just die. But Ulamog won't die. But he can put Ulamog back in my hand. Okay, boys, we got thoughts. It is too dangerous, I think. We'll choose a land, because I assume he's just going to bounce this. So we'll make it as the least important thing that I have. Okay, boys? Okay, sweet. Okay, fucking sweet. I love Majik. I forgot what we were talking about because a game of Magic has broken out. Oh, DSP and 100 bags. Yes, boys. It is a tough one. It is indeed a difficult decision. I mean, Peepers is just such a Peepers.
My kids are delightfully friendly.
Alright, we've got to get rid of this guy, otherwise it goes ultimates.
Back to shadows and silence.
I'm nearly dead. I never noticed. I'm nearly dead, Lance. Okay, boys. How are we gonna crackety matter? So you can put a card back in my hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 mana though. I don't think it's Ulama Bobs. What is it though? This guy gives everybody haste. Alright, we're casting this. My hand is not suited for this game. So we'll ditch this shit. Okay, boys. Crackety matters. Crackety matters, lads. I'm not going to waste it just to attack with this. Okay, lads. Let's see. Peepers does things for the community. Only one level of the community. The community who can in turn give all that they ever think that they owe him back to him. So all of his hello, I'm doing charity for guys who've chopped off their cocks. All that shit, boys, that comes back to him for the memes. So, I'll do the blocks here. I assume he's looking to blow up all the peeps. So let's read this. When Cavalier of Flame dies, it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of land cards in your grave. So that I was right. The question about that previous game is, did I actually have, boys? Did I actually have... oh, that is such a good card.
It makes your night be
Boys, this guy absolutely out-quacked me. He quacked me all the way to Quacksville. Of all the cards in the world, absolutely quacked, boys. But at least I get a free land, maybe. No. So, what do I get? There's no creatures at all. Never mind. Never mind, boys. I could just bang this out. He's only got that. Alright, I still think it's under control. So there's no creatures at all. I do have to lose a treasure, which is a bit shit. But I do get to crackety matter, boys.
Remember, your nightmares remain.
So let's see. How can the gentleman win the game based on these two cards? Play this, pass the turn. I think that I win. Play that, bounce either of these. I think that I still win. Right, boys. I think I've got what it takes to crackety matters. Surely a creature's going to end up in the... Surely not 16 lands. No way. Alright, well there's our dude. Incredible scenes. So... we got Burning Bollocks. I think that's lethals then, right? Has to double block here, single block there. Burning does 6 to this. Anything else, boys? Oh, the fucking cards are already gone. Whoops. Okay, boys. Should have thought about that a little bit harder. But I still got 3 manas, so it's under control. Alright. Now, let's think. If I kill this, can I do lethal to the man? Is the question. Who the fuck cares anymore? Right, fuck it. I'm sure it'll work out easy shits. I'm sure there's a way to win here. But you can all suck on my balls, Lance. Right, boys? Of course you can. It's all about ball sucking. I still don't know. 100 grand to Peepers or 100 bags to Phil. Like I said, if you fling it to Peepers, he's not even going to notice. He's not even... Oh, I exiled my lands. That was a mistake. I should have been more of a memer. Right, boys? What's the ultimate on this thing? 7. Alright. Should be memes. If I give Phil Burnell $100,000, what would I actually lose? Invoke Despair. That's pretty easy to handle. Okay, boys. 2 mana for the boy. I think we did it. I think once again, I was the best in the world at Magiques. If I give Phil 100 G's, would he just literally spend it? Would that be the end? Alright, so we'll slap Grizzly Boy on the field. I don't actually see... Oh, I put the Unburial Rights away. Okay, I'm not using any of these, because we're going to win on this turn. Bring back the land. And schlappity matters. Boys, slap that bitch on the tubes. Lads, dudes, I think I may have just cracked the matter once again. Absolutely. Like, what do you think when you see stuff like that? Because this is a live stream, and I crack the meta like that every day. Am I honestly not one of the premier actual Magic players based on what you see on the tubes? Quality plays, win every game, varied, beautiful Magic, all types of colors. I get out of scrapes and jams every day. If you were an idiot, you genuinely would think I was incredible. And think if I edited my games and acted like this was me and I was just trying to have the best time ever and Voxy was incredible and Peepers wasn't taking underwater photos of people's minges and LSV cheating on his wife while she was pregnant was properly grown-up behavior, and Gabby Sparks having a weasel face being a full qualification to do anything in Magic, wouldn't you think I was truly the best? And if I told you all the pros were boring and they had no place in a game of Magic, wouldn't you agree? Because I won a couple of shit games on the tubes. Boys, of course you would. The level of Magic I'm putting out here, I mean, I've never seen the likes of Merchy Boys come close to what I can do. The only person better than me is Desolator Magic, and that's because he says he might be. He just doesn't have time to do it, boys. He could shatter the matter whenever he wanted, but he's busy. Boys. busy. I even beat Lithoform Engine. The unbeatable card, boys. I slapped it. Slapped it like a fool. I mean, boy, I'm the fucking greatest. The greatest. I feel bad that all of you can't watch me every week for the memes, but you know, GG's XDs or something. So this guy has ramped pretty successfully. I don't have a swamp. I'm gonna have to turn that down. If he just bangs this out, that's not a good play. But he might be super smart, boys. I mean, we are on the tubes playing Brawl, the place where all of the top level Magic the Gathering boys do hang out. If he bangs out his boy, I think that's a mistake. Okay.
This will end badly.
Okay, Lynch.
This is just the beginning.
I will stand by as innocent people.
He could still obviously get out of this. So activate one of these, tap this guy, Kaya will die, but that's fine. We're not all about Kaya being alive. That's not what the deck is about, Lance. Liliana Plus, again, is a bit weak. Key, I don't know. I think Key is great, but if this guy gives me a bit of AIDS, then boys, I might end up with a bit of AIDS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana for me. I've only got one play. Alright, well, we're blowing everyone up now. I think he made a mistake there. I think he should have activated this and attacked that like I said. But, you know, he got a card out of my hand. Maybe. Like, if one of these are turbo bombs, then I'm in huge trouble. But no one ever seems to have turbo bombs. No one ever seems to really have it against me. That's how I know I'm the best, boys. Think of all the cards that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana can buy you. If he, yeah. Horn of the AIDS, dead. Galleon of the Feeble, I'd be dead. Dildo of the Bloody, oh my god, boys, I'd be in hospital. But I would be saying it was memes. Has he got counters for the memes, boys? It's possible.
I have conquered death, as I will conquer you.
2 cards in the bin. Extreme
Another
memes.
minion never hurts.
So I kind of want to minus this on the Hedron archive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am going to. And I know that he could just sacrifice it to draw 2, but you got to get it off the field. Oh, he tapped it to use it. Okay, interesting. Alright, 100%. I think drawing 2 cards is better than killing 1 zombie. He had the mana, right? Yeah. Sacrifice Hedron Archive for 2, which is just 2. I don't think keeping that zombie alive was that important. And you know what that means, lads? Instead of me saying I think we might be playing an inexperienced lad playing for the memes, instead, we should say this person is clearly a kitchen commander player. Which in this day and age is the absolute zenith of Magic the Bollocking. You couldn't get a higher grade of player than this lad. What the fuck was that all over the place? You ever seen such memes, Lance? Of course you have. We're on the tubes.
And now, for the encore.
Okay, boys. Which one of these lands do we think is Lance? Which one of these lands is going to give me a dose of the Lance? So, the way this guy's playing, and this is not... I'm not being nasty. I'm trying to make it seem like these are why I win all my games. And why everybody on the tubes wins their games. I don't want to hear anyone, oh, but CGB plays at Mythic, Mr. Cheeks. And Mythic is clearly where all the pros are. You're a fucking mug if you think net deck into Mythic makes you good at Magics. An absolute motherchode if you think that makes any difference to anything. A titanium grade chodel boy. If you think being Mythic proves you're a good player, you couldn't be more of a spunk barrel.
You should just
But, boys, don't take my word for it. E-Philly is Mythic every year. So clearly, it is the top quacks for all of the quackers. Okay, boys. Uh-oh. I don't know about you, but he might be in a bit of the shits. He might be getting ready for a dose of the shit, boys. A big triple scotch of the shits. He should be animating these and then tapping that. Who wants to put a counter on this, Mr. Cheeks? Okay, boys. For reals, just so everybody knows what I'm actually saying. Almost everyone who plays Arena, from best of 3 Mythic down to draft unranked, is not very good. Oh, but I've seen Legs VD and the Quack. Yes, Squeaks. You've seen Legs VD and the Quack crackety meta every day in exactly the same way that you see me live crackety meta daily. How many world champs do you think I'm going to turn up to? I don't want to count myself out, boys, because I am an absolute Rocky when it comes to anything. But boys,
To help with the AIDS, Cheeks.
Hunter Brune with $9.99 British shits or something to help with the AIDS indeed. I mean, every little bit does indeed help. But AIDS never ever runs dry in the realm of Magic the Bollocking. But, boys, we have hit today's AIDS goal. Whoops. We have, Lance. And as I said yesterday, we can introduce the Tier 3 AIDS. What an absolute land. Boys, bam. How did we ever exist in a world of Magic without these superheroes? Boys. You know all those pros like John Finkel and Huey Jensen? Well, fuck all of those guys, because we've got Alias AIDS, Merchant, Cocainies, Siege, and 15 Pawn Stars. Boys. And I don't know about you, but I know whose side I'm on. And it's the side who gets their tits out. So, for every one of you quiet Japanese World Championship qualifying boys who just concentrate on being the best at Magic and then occasionally writing an article to help people get better, fuck off. Fuck off and do one. I need to hear from people who have played Commander twice in their bedroom and then wanked off on OnlyFans. That, boys, is GG's X Magic. Alright, so we're going to have to mulligan twice because we know exactly what this deck is. We need to blow up all the peeps. Okay, boys, and this doesn't have it. And this is the kind of top level Magic the Gathering where a world title contender such as myself could become unstuck. Okay, we're still missing everything. Everything, boys. Okay, there we go. We got us some spells, at least. We got us some spells. Now we just have to squeeze our penis. If we squeeze our penis, boys, we might be able to crack it. Yeah, Hunter Brown, thanks a lot. I mean, yeah, even though I don't have a full wank about contributions, boys, you know they're the genuinely most important thing on this channel. I need everybody's cash to keep me being a memer. Everybody's cash. Otherwise, I'll run out of cash. And there'll be no more of me cracking the meta for all of you, boys. And I know that you don't want that. Do you, boys? Okay, Lance. This is how you lose a game. 3 mulligans in Commander just to hit lands, and I can't do it. Or to find blow-ups. It's gonna be tough, boys. It's gonna be tougher than old boots. But if anyone can do it, it's going to be the person who put it up on the tubes, because you know they did it. If they didn't do it, they would have just edited it out and left it in the bin. But if roles were reversed, game won in the video. Sometimes I go off on a rant, and I really feel it. I really feel how fucking AIDS. Do I not have the colours for this? That's 4. That's why. Fuck. I thought this was 4. Alright, well I might die now. I might die. Yeah, boys, mismatch lands, classic mono white gibberish. Boys, if there's one thing in this world I know, it's I'm gonna play a mono white guy with mono virgin shits whose only discernible talent and creativity is to mismatch his lands. How many times have I said that in this world? Boys. More than could even be close to Magic's. And that's why Magic's the best. Or some shit. Or some fucking shit. But I hope we all have a good time, Lance. That's the truth. I do genuinely hope everybody loves the Magic's. I'm gonna kill this thing. It seems such a waste of a spell. It really does seem like a waste. But I got nothing, Lance. The definitive nothing. That doesn't do anything, probably for the whole match, against a 1 mana pussy. This guy's 500 miles from being cast. I guess we need 1 mana for Lils, and then find a mana ace. That's something, boys. But you know I'm going to top deck a 7 mana creature for the memes. Skibabada-doodles. Skibabada-doodles, boys. So do I take 1 from this, or do I give it a slap? What do you think? We're playing big Magics now, Lance. We're playing big, beefy Magics. Boys, I already used a Fateful Absence on a 2-1. Or what was it? A 1-2 even. That is how desperate I am for Magic the Gathering. Look at the state of that face up here. I mean, that is a world championship commentator's resting face. That's how they look when they're taking a shit. Boys, I hate this place. I really do. Such charlatanism. I don't know what is worse. Is it the fake YouTube arena pussies? Is it the fake Commander gibberish? Is it the fake Commander... what's the word? Article writers? Or is it the advisory panel, all as useless as each other? Or is it Professor Peepers hiring any old bungler to write his scripts while he stays at home wanking all day? I don't know, boys. That's an unfortunate land. But at least this guy looks like he might have had a heart attack. At least this guy might have died of boredom from his own deck. Which is good memes, boys. Good, clean, beautiful, unequivocally perfect British memes. I think this might be my last game. because I don't know if I can handle much more of this. Plus, I'm supposed to be leaving at midnight. So, I guess, boys, what better way to end a game of Mujiks than a man being obese? He's not, he actually, yeah, he's there. He's there, boys, but he's being a memer. Is he gonna fly? He's there, boys. We got a game of Mujiks on our pews. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, but he's certainly being a virgin. Alright, so you can put 2 counters on one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll have 7 mana, 1 card in the grave. That's not good. None of those numbers are good. 3 mana. Man is living the high life of Magic the Virgining. Oh my lord. Hunter Brown, I'm starting to feel like $10 ain't enough for this AIDS. Hey, another 2 mana for the memes, boys. High life living virgin. Boys. 2 mana virgin. This guy is absolutely shrooming on virgin sauce. Still gets 2 counters though. That's something. And this doesn't do anything now in terms of killing these things. So we are gonna have to... Oh, he put all the counters on this. Okay, boys. What can I do? I suppose I could literally cast that for nothing. I never considered that. I didn't consider that. Maybe that's the play. Just cast it. We'll see, boys. We'll see. So all he really needs is some kind of exile spell, and what will I take? 8, 9, 10, 11, and then next turn it gets even worse. Okay, that's nothing. Has he got Oblivion Ring? That's it, boys. That should be memes. But I can still cast this again next turn, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. I mean, there's plays. Not very good plays. Not very good plays. But we get to see precisely what happens, boys, if everything in your deck goes wrong and you're playing a mono virgin. And we're still not out of it. So destroy all creatures would be good, but not great. Destroy all enchantments would be great, but then that's also a spell. I just need to get rid of this. Literally, imagine playing Commander where 4 mana is pie in the sky bullshit. Well, you don't have to imagine, because we're living in Majiks. We live in Majiks, boys. So 8. Yeah, I'm just getting beats, boys. I'm getting beats. That's not good at all. Not good at all. Oh, can't cast that. Alright, I think I might be dead.
That's Professor Onyx. Come on, there's gotta be something useful.
Yeah, so I can take some counters away, but that's not very strong, is it, Lance? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when I mulligan 4 times for a Wrath and don't find it, and then this guy gets to prove how good he is at Majiks by having a deck that caps out at 3 mana. And I'll never, ever stop calling a mana virgin about things like that. So, he's going to give me the early GGs for having a small cock and balls. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So there's no way I can get out of it. Okay, boys. Easy means. He's just going to be distracted by Professor Onyx, despite... Oh my god! Are you even seeing this crazy shit, boys? Unbelievable. You seeing this shit, lads? Alright, I can save one by... No, I can't. That's an extremely odd decision. Extremely odd. Boys. Extreme oddness. So, D. I'm taking 6 here. I guess that's all I could do then. I will have to randomly top deck, like, blow up all the cunts, though. So yeah, it has to be blow-ups, otherwise I will die. Even Grizzlebrand wouldn't be enough, I don't think. This is always such a disaster game. But, you know, I have blow up all the peeps 9 out of 10 games. This is what happens when I don't have it against the Vagines. It goes easy quick, boys. Look at the synergy. Hey, boys, like the dynamites. Alright, I'm just gonna say that I died. Never mind, lads. 50 spells. Not like just the truest of disaster hands. Whatever that was, I thought it could kill Bollock's face, but then again I forgot that 4 mana is crazy. Imagine paying 4 mana when a guy's got 6 sweepers. Incredible scenes. Alright boys, I'm out of here. I had a great time. I appreciate everyone for watching, as I always do. And if anybody ever wants to say Quack W's, I'm available. Anyway, until next time, lads, I hope you had a great time. And AIDS.